few times, and hopefully after you read it a few times you will get to the idea that we are going to find the cost or the bill, however you want to say that, as a function of the number of texts that you send. So the first thing we understand reading the problem is that you're going to spend $12 for the first 20 texts. So if we have, and I'm going to say zero's included in that because you're probably paying a package that includes if you don't send any text. So $12 for the first 20 texts would be that right there, including that value. So then the price changes after the initial 20 texts. So now if 20 is less than X, which is less than 40, because it says between 20 and 40 texts, each of those is going to cost you 75 cents. Well, here's the deal. You're still paying $12 for the first ones, but now we're tacking on 0.75 times, well, we can't just put X here because X would represent, like if we're talking about 30, that would be the 30 texts. We got to take away the 20 that we already have. So we're going to have an X minus 20 there, because if you think about it, this value right here will take and actually give us only the texts that are over the 20. And then we multiply by 0.75 to get that. And then we're going greater than or equal to 40 texts. And those are each $1. Well, here's the part that's a little tricky. We could start with the 12, but then it would get really complicated. What I want you to do is just think about it. You know, to get to 40, up to this barrier, you're going to spend $12 plus you're going to send 0.75, and you're going to be times 40 minus 20 for that part to get there, but basically the 20 texts beyond that. So if we were to able to figure this out right here, I want you to know what this is representing. This represents 40 texts, okay? This represents 40 texts. So that's $12 for the first 20, and then this represents the next 20. So when we do the math on that one, so we got 3/4 of 20, 0.75 times 20, that's going to be $15. So basically we have 12 plus 15, that's $27. So actually, all of the texts up to 40, including 40, will cost $27. But then we want to add on the new rate. So we add on $1, so 1.0 or 1, times the remaining texts after 40. So again, we want to do this X minus idea, but X minus 40 this time. So when you look at this right here, we have the $27. That's how much, this is the tricky part, these first numbers, that's how much it is all the way up to 40 texts. Then any text after that will cost $1. So just think about it. If you put in a 41 minus 40, that'd be one more text times $1, it'll cost you another $1 on top of the 27. So this is the function that represents all of this data here. You could simplify these by distributing as well, but those are good for me, okay?